not saying I got to follow it perfectly, but it's kind of like you kind of know what might be called. Right?
Check, testing, check one, check.
You are looking live at Holland Christian High School for tonight's
Welcome to today's OK Conference Black divisional matchup between the Pioneers of East Grand Rapids and our Holland Christian Maroons. As a community and as members of the OK Conference, please do your part to create a positive environment for everyone to enjoy this event. And remember that our primary goal is for our athletes to learn life lessons through educational athletics. There are bathrooms located in the same building as the concession stand. Also, please be aware of the emergency exits and their locations at this facility. For your safety and security, the athletic department and school administration encourages you to be aware of any unusual activity. Please report any suspicious activity to school personnel on site this evening or to us up here in the press box immediately. Enjoy the game. And remember, report any suspicious activity. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you are able, we ask that you stand. This game is a privilege and was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Our veterans are pillar members in our community, and we are proud of all veterans in attendance with us tonight. Please rise to honor our country as Senior Jarvis White leads us in the playing of our national anthem. Senior Jarvis White with tonight's national anthem. Well, once again, a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Holland Christian High School for today's game between the visiting Pioneers of East Grand Rapids High School under head coach Mr. Josh Cheddick, and we welcome back your Varsity Maroons of Holland Christian High School. They are coached by Dave Atberger, assisted by Caleb Brink, Nate Elzinga, David Alkema, Max Garretts, and James Van Appledorn. In our pregame meeting with our game officials, East Grand Rapids has won the toss and deferred to the second half. The Maroons of Holland Christian will receive the opening kickoff.
You are looking live at Holland Christian High School, where the Holland Christian Maroons host East Grand Rapids Pioneers for the first time ever. So glad you've joined us here on HCLive, wherever you may be across the state of Michigan and the country and world. It's so cool that you're tuning in for tonight's matchup of what should be a pretty good game. Mark Vandenbosch alongside Zach Doctor. Holland Christian comes into the game undefeated, 4-0. While East Grand Rapids comes in with a 2-2 record. Zach, a couple keys to the game.
Yeah, I think a couple keys to the game are going to be turnovers. Which team can limit turnovers will win the game, I assume. The line of scrimmage, and whichever team plays the cleanest tonight, seeing that these teams have never played before.
Yeah, it should be a fun game, and thanks again to the HCLive production crew for putting on tonight's game. It should be a good one. And, you know, Zach, one of the things we talked about even before the broadcast, Holland Christian's 4-0, but, you know, many of the teams that they have beaten have a losing record. Tonight will be a test.
Tonight will be a test, like you mentioned, Mark. The teams that Holland Christian has beaten, like we said, 4-0, are a combined 2-14 on the year tonight.
And if it's the first time that you've seen Holland Christian, you're in for a treat. Quarterback Evan Abiger has no interceptions all year long. We'll see if he continues that trend. And a kick out wide to Confara, and a first down. Gabriel with his 19th, actually 20th reception of the year, and he's one of the playmakers for Holland Christian.
Confara there on a quick hitter, able to pick up a couple yards for the Maroons. He's been an impact player all year, the senior.
And Holland Christian with a quick first down. Haber in the shotgun with a quick handoff to Meyer around the left side, and he's got room to run. He's up over the 40, and the 45 goes out of bounds as a Pioneer defender pushes him out, but not before another first down.
Holland Christian with a great start tonight, spreading it out on offense, playing fast. Holland Christian on the season averaging 35.75 points per game thus far through 4 games.
Abiger with a quick hitter to the left side, and he picks up Joshua Bruxford. Bruxford's a senior, and Bruxford picks up a little bit over 5 yards. We'll give him actually 7 there, and that will bring up a second and, we'll call it 2nd and 4 actually.
Abiger all year for the Maroons has looked phenomenal. 13 touchdowns on the year, 0 interceptions. Great pocket presence.
Yeah, one of the things that if you haven't seen Holland Christian, you know, many high school teams has an elite skill player or two. Well, Holland Christian's got 5 players that make big plays, and Myerd's one of them. He gives the Maroons another first down.
Myerd there with another great run for the Maroons. Holland Christian off to a quick start here at home.
Yeah, we talked about the fact that neither of these teams have ever played. It'll be interesting to see how they kind of spar for the first quarter and a half here, and to see what team actually, takes control of that line of scrimmage, one of the important factors to football. And another handoff to Myerd. This time he gets stuffed by the Pioneer defender. Looks like linebacker Caden Goosens, who made a nice play, cut right through that A gap and hit Myerd before he was able to reach the corner.
There, nowhere to run. Hit instantly on that run. Maroons slowing down a little bit on offense, but still rolling here tonight. Evan Aberger, the senior quarterback for the Maroons last game, threw for 197 yards and 5 touchdowns in a win over Ottawa Hills.
Aberger with a quick slant play to Grotenhuis out of his hands, and that falls to the ground. We saw the quick shot of the student section tonight, the Maroon platoon, and it's pink out tonight for the students, and they've been in full force all year long.
Maroon platoon have been bringing it all year long, and it's working. Holland Christian 4-0, seeking to go 5-0 for the first time since 2009. Simon Grotenhuis there, number 3 on the intended catch. Looked like the ball was just a little bit high there on that throw by Aberger.
Brings up a 3rd and 13. Maroons in Pioneer territory on their first drive of the night. Aberger looks back, and he throws to his left and is able to pick up his receiver. That's Joshua Bruxford again for his second catch of the night. You got to believe they're going to go for it here on 4th and 6, although one of the weapons that Holland Christian has is their kicker.
Caden Van Heist with a couple Division I offers, the senior kicker. He had 3 kicks over 40 yards in a win over Holland 2 weeks ago for homecoming night.
Yeah, the thing is, this is into the wind, so it does make sense to go for it here on 4th and 5. Biggest play of the game so far. And Aberger looks left. He has a hitch and go and gets the first down. A nice play. Bruxford's having a great first drive, and that's 3 receptions for him. And he's had a nice year this year as well.
Bruxford's had a great year, a couple touchdowns on the year, and a great route runner. Nice catch there to the left side of the field, able to beat the DB. Holland Christian in the red zone.
Shout out to the line of scrimmage there, giving Aberger time in the pocket.
Aberger's got all the time in the world to start the game, like Mark mentioned. Going through his reads.
Aberger with a handoff to Myerd around the right side, and he'll fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Maroons in the red zone tonight.
Myerd there, not much room to run. Did not pick up or lose a yard on that carry.
Second down and 10 from the 15. And Aberger hands it off to Myerd up the middle, and he gets just over the line of scrimmage down to about the 14. They'll bring up a long 3rd down for the Maroons.
East Grand Rapids defense starting to show a little bit of disruption there by their linebackers and D-line, stopping the Holland Christian run. Big 3rd down here for the Maroons in the red zone.
Bruxford to Aberger's left. He's had a big first drive, and Aberger rolls out and gets it to Confara at the 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Gabe Confara.
Number 6, Gabe Confara, the senior tight end. Great reception for a touchdown for the Maroons.
And a well-designed play by Coach Dave Aberger, and the Maroons get on the board first tonight. And that's a statement drive early, Zach.
Statement drive for the Maroons offense. Definitely their strength on their team this year has been their offense. East Grand Rapids able to score quickly as well. I think we're in for a shootout tonight.
And Van Heist drills it through the uprights, putting the Maroons up 7 with just over 7 minutes left in the first quarter with what has been a great start if you are a Holland Christian Maroon fan.
East Grand Rapids coming into the game offensively. Carson Thornton, their starting senior quarterback, holds an offer from Nicholls State, an FCS Division I program down in Louisiana. He also has visited Ferris State on a recruiting visit. And their junior running back, Tyler Blake, had 12 carries last week for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns and a loss against Northfield.
Van Heist boots it, and this will be taken at the 5 by the Pioneers. And a nice little run here by Will Cannon. He gets up over the 30 and gives the Pioneers decent field position to start their first drive of the night. Again, the first time they visited the Lakeshore here to Holland Christian. And this is a matchup we've been looking forward to all year.
2 great offenses tonight squaring off, and like Mark mentioned, that both programs have never played in their history. East Grand Rapids offense this year averaging 32.5 points per game through 4 games. They're 2-2 on the season.
And Thornton starts in the shotgun, as he probably will be all night. And he keeps it around the left-hand side, and he gets a couple before he's met by none other than Joshua Bruxford. We've been calling his name all night long here early.
Bruxford having a huge start to this game. Thornton there looked like it was a designed RPO, and he did indeed keep it. Thornton able to beat you in the air as a passer and on the ground as a dual threat quarterback.
East Grand Rapids has some good size on their offensive line as we look out.
Huge offensive line. They returned 27 seniors this year on their varsity squad.
And that's a handoff up the middle to Blake there. And Blake picks up a couple, but the Maroons up for the test. And that brings up a 3rd down and 6 for the Pioneers. And kind of a key play here.
Tyler Blake there met by number 7, Cole Meisty from Holland Christian. He was pretty fired up after the tackle. Holland Christian, if they get off the field here on defense, would be a huge stop to start this game against a very talented East Grand Rapids offense.
And Thornton with a quick hitter to his left, and the Maroons stop the Pioneer wide receiver short of the line to gain.
Holland Christian
and brings
with
up
huge stop.
Brings up a 4th down here.
4th and 2, correction there. Looks like East Grand Rapids is going to stay on the field.
All right, big play here as Thornton in the shotgun. And he's going to keep it right up the middle, and he will get the 1st down on the quarterback keeper. You know, that's a play that just is going to work many times. You can tell he's a dual threat.
Absolutely. Thornton can beat you in the air. He can beat you with his legs. One of the best players in the entire division.
So 1st down on the 43 in what's been an entertaining first quarter of action on the campus of Holland Christian High School. Beautiful night for a football game. The weather is absolutely perfect. A little bit windy out there, but a great night for football. And a handoff up the middle to Blake. He's got a little bit of room, but the swarming Maroon defense stops him after a gain of about 3.
East Grand Rapids opening up their offensive drive here with a lot of runs. Will be interesting to see if they start airing it out. Holland Christian's defense this year much improved. They're only allowing 10 points per game through 4 games.
Thornton looks deep, and he's got a wide receiver streaking, but overthrows him, and that was Dylan Buck, the junior wide receiver for the Pioneers.
Buck there looked like he was running a go route, number 23, Isaiah Meyer, in coverage there, right alongside him. A little bit of a slower start for East Grand Rapids than I would have predicted offensively, but we'll see if they can get going here tonight on the road. Holland Christian 3rd and 7. Big play for their defense here. See if they can get off the field.
Thornton with a fake handoff and an end around, and this one is going to be gobbled up by the Maroons. That wasn't fooling anybody.
Number 7, Cole Meisty there, absolutely lit up the end around.
And that's going to force a punt.
Isaac Mulder, number 3 there on the carry.
After giving up a first down, the Maroons came up big and forced the Pioneers to punt. As we move to under 3 minutes in the first quarter. Groton Heights deep. He stands at the Maroon at the 10-yard line. And that ball rolls out of bounds at about the 18, where the Maroons will take over for their second possession of the night, up 7-0. There's the Maroon platoon dressed in pink tonight. You know, we interviewed him a couple weeks ago. There's a lot of excitement with that crew, and they're bringing the energy this year.
Maroon platoon there with a flag with Simon Grotenhuis on it. Fun to see. Number 3, the superstar receiver and safety for the Maroons. Holland Christian taking over on offense here. Opportunity to go up 14 if they can punch another touchdown in. It'd be a huge start to a huge game here at home tonight.
The southpaw goes back, looks across the middle as Grotenhuis just couldn't pull that ball in. It just got the little bit of timing off between him and Abiger early, but as we've seen all year long, they'll figure it out. They'll get that timing more in sync. He was open.
Grotenhuis there was wide open on the slant route. A little bit of a high ball there by Abiger. Grotenhuis unable to haul it in.
Looks like jersey out for the East Grand Rapids Pioneer students. Good to see that crew come out.
Quite
30
the
minutes
trip.
down, yeah, 196.
Little welcoming to the Lakeshore here tonight for East Grand Rapids.
We'll leave the big city to come out to the Lakeshore as Meyer gets tackled immediately as he catches the ball. Nice tackle by Patrick O'Malley, the senior for the East Grand Rapids Pioneers.
O'Malley there with a big hit. Pumps his fist after the hit. East GR here looking to get a stop and get back on offense here in the first quarter on the road.
Abiger getting some directions by his dad, the head coach. And a key 3rd down and 8. And Confara in motion catches it and brings it up over the 20, but well short of the first down. And we're going to see the Maroon punt team come on for the first time tonight.
Eldridge there for East Grand Rapids, the linebacker with a really nice tackle there on Confara. Able to get the Maroons to punt here.
We got Gavin Buck deep as well as Dylan Buck. Gavin the senior, Dylan the junior. And Van Heist with a high booming punt, and Buck receives it right at the 40 with 1:04 left in the first quarter of tonight's game on HCLive. If you're not familiar with HCLive, it's a student-led production. These guys do an amazing job. They bring all sports that Holland Christian participates in, also, music events and musicals, as well as plays. It's an amazing production, HCLive. Check out the YouTube channel. Go to HCLive, and there's a library of past events on it. It's a great thing to be part of.
Absolutely. We're pumped to be up in the booth and happy to have you viewers at home with us tonight. East Grand Rapids 2-2 on the year. They need a win tonight. Holland Christian would love a win as well to start the year 5-0 for the first time since 2009.
And Thornton gives it to Blake. No running room for Blake as he tries to get the corner and was unsuccessful.
23, Isaiah Meyer there on the tackle. Holland Christian defense has definitely been watching some film this past week. Great start for them tonight here at home. East Grand Rapids offense playing at a much slower pace than I would have expected, facing a very dangerous Holland Christian offense that's averaging 35 points per game for 4 games.
Thornton with a fake, and he rolls to his left and's got a receiver in the flat and picks up the first down. That's Gavin Buck, who had a nice catch and could very well be the last play of the first quarter. You see the Pioneers slowing it down, and the Maroons have such a high-powered offense. This may just be strategic. Let's slow them down and give them less possessions, less opportunities, because Holland Christian has proved powerful this season. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter here at Holland Christian. Your Holland Christian Maroons up 7-0 against East Grand Rapids. The East Grand Rapids Pioneers travel to Holland Christian for their first game ever, and they've joined the same conference, and so this is the first of many games that are coming up in future years. We're going to have Dave Engbers, the athletic director for Holland Christian, on at halftime just before the second half starts. You'll want to tune in for that. Dave's going to unpack what can be a complex, confusing thing. You got the conference that all these schools are in for football, and then you have a different conference that has a group of schools that play all the other sports. We're going to talk about that with Dave Engbers at halftime tonight.
East Grand Rapids 7-3 last year, made the playoffs. Holland Christian just short of the playoffs. They were 4-5 on the year during the regular season. Holland Christian 4-0 to start the year.
And Thornton catches the ball high, hands it off to Blake, who has some running room up the middle, and he will gain 7 yards on that, and the deepest that the Pioneers have been tonight. They are in Holland Christian territory, down to the 40, and that'll be a second down, and let's call it second down and 4.
Blake there right up the A-gap on the carry, flashing some speed right up the middle. East Grand Rapids offense continuing to take their time, get set, and run their typical offense.
Thornton keeps it. He's got a little bit of room, dances, and picks up the first down. He's down to the 33 of the Maroons. Nifty running by Thornton.
Thornton there, the dual threat, starting to get going there with a running game. East Grand Rapids has not been able to do much offensively in the passing game to start the game, but their running game's starting to pick it up here tonight.
Yeah, and a lot of this really is to set up plays later. You got a little bit of the read option, you got a little bit of that creeping of the defense, and then that's when teams try a quick hitter deep. We'll see what the Pioneers do here. And there's another keeper by Thornton up the middle. He's got a lot of room, and he gets down into the red zone, and brings the ball all the way down to the 15 of the Maroons, picks up a first down deep in Maroon territory. A nice run by the senior quarterback.
Thornton there running the RPO, has the option to either give it to Blake, the running back, or keep it there on the draw for himself, decides to keep it. And East Grand Rapids is in the red zone for the first time tonight.
So we'll see what the Maroons can do as they respond to what's been the best drive of the night for the Pioneers. Thornton with a handoff to Blake up the middle. He's got running room. He picks up another first down and brings up first and goal at the 5 for the Pioneers. Pioneers have had some success running between the tackles tonight.
Blake there with a great run, able to break a couple tackles and kind of stay on his feet. Picked up a couple extra yards just by keeping his legs churning there at the end of the run. First down for East Grand Rapids. Their offense starting to get going here tonight.
Crowd getting into it. And a snap high, and that's trouble for the Pioneers. And the Maroons are going to pick it up at the 30-yard line.
Joshua Bruxford, number 5, able to pick up the fumble.
And that's a big play by the Maroons.
Fans in the stands not agreeing with the call.
And not sure what the call was there.
Mark and
I think ultimately they ruled that Thornton picked that ball up, or actually took possession of it.
Not a great call there by the refs.
And first and goal from the 26, and a huge break for the Pioneers. Oh, and what a hit. What a hit by the Maroons. And if that's a catch, that is a fumble. If he rules that a catch, it's a fumble, and it's the Maroons' ball. So it's either a catch and a fumble. Let's see the replay here. Look at this. Catch, and he fumbles it.
That's a catch.
And the ball was out of his hands as he fell to the ground.
That should be Holland Christian football. I don't know what the refs are doing
and they're talking about it. And this could be another break for the Pioneers. Now this ball is given to the Pioneers. It's third down and goal at the 25. A little drama here for high school football as the Pioneers pick up 10 yards and will bring up fourth and goal at the 15. They'll bring on their field goal unit. Boy, that was a interesting series, a couple different plays, and that's where you want to have kind of the instant replay at the high school level, right?
Instant replay definitely to our advantage up here in the booth. Isaiah Meyer, number 23, in coverage there. Hit the receiver, clearly had possession of the catch. Should have been a fumble. Should be Holland Christian's ball, but regardless, East Grand Rapids setting up for the field goal here.
And the lefty kicks it, and he puts it up and through the uprights and cuts into the Maroons' lead. 7-3, and that's a gift right there, Zach.
Definitely a gift there by the refs. East Grand Rapids able to get on the board tonight. Down 4 here on the road. Their offense starting to look better on that drive, running some RPO with Thornton, their quarterback, and their running back, Tyler Blake.
You know, if you watch, Thornton had a couple plays where he had to go up and catch the ball, right? As they drove down the field, they were successful. He was able to athletically pick that up. But that first and goal at the 5, the ball sailed over. It'll be something that we'll want to watch throughout the rest of the game.
Absolutely. A little bit of miscommunication there by Thornton and his center. Running the RPO can be a little bit confusing with the snaps and timing on offense. Holland Christian to receive, number 23, Isaiah Meyer, and number 7, Cole Meisty back deep.
And Daniel Klein, the lefty, the left-footed kicker, will kick off from the 40. And he's showing a strong leg tonight as well, and the Maroons wisely let that bounce in the end zone. And the Maroons will take over 8 minutes left in the half in what's been an entertaining game. You know, it's only 7-3, but there's been so much action tonight. It's been a fun one to watch.
Lower scoring game than Mark and I would have predicted pregame, but definitely entertaining here tonight. Two schools that have never played each other in the new conference realignment. Holland Christian taking over on offense here in the second quarter.
Abiger with a handoff to Myers around the right side. He's got some running room, and he's going to get all the way up over the 30 and the 40 and all the way up to the 43-yard line. He showed a burst there that was pretty impressive.
Isaiah Myers there running to his right. Found a hole, went past a couple defenders, and able to pick up the first down for the Maroons. He is one of the fastest players on the team, if not the field tonight.
Yeah, Myers a junior. It'll be exciting to watch him grow not only the rest of this year, but also next year. And 1st and 10 for the Maroons as they near the 50-yard line, and a fake, and Abiger around to left. He looks for Bruxford there and unable to bring the ball in. 2nd down and 10 at the 43, but that was a well-designed play. Just they weren't able to execute.
Pioneers DBs tonight playing pretty good in coverage against the Maroons. They returned 27 seniors this year on their varsity squad.
A lot of experience for the Pioneers. Just a historically legendary program, and it's exciting to see them out here. And a handoff there to Noah Feek, and Noah's a junior.
Feek 2 weeks ago against Holland had quite a few carries for quite a few yards. A lot of them up the A-gap. Starts out up the A-gap there with a nice run for the Maroons. Picked up a couple yards. Holland Christian going slow on offense as well. Not in a hurry at all tonight.
Maroons have had a little success rolling Abiger out to his left this year. Tonight they had a couple well-designed plays. A few have worked, a couple have not, just with some timing. We'll see what they do here. And Abiger looks across the middle, and he throws high. And that ball was intended for Simon Grotenhuis. And that brings up a 4th down, and Coach Abiger elects to punt the ball away to the Maroons. So after a successful 1st down, the Pioneers stayed tight and forced the Maroons to kick.
Number 3, Simon Grotenhuis, a star receiver for the Maroons. We've seen a couple passing attempts already gone his way tonight. I will assume Abiger will continue to target him. We got to get the ball in his hands on offense.
And Van Heis with an end-over-end kick, and Buck gets away, and he's going to let that roll. That'll roll inside the 15 to the 14th, and that is where the Pioneers will pick up their possession. We've got an injured Maroon on the field. It looks to be Zach Larson, the junior wide receiver, and we certainly hope he is okay.
Larson there got tied up with one of the East Grand Rapids gunners on the outside there on the punt return. Looks like he was thrown to the ground. We hope he's all right.
There's the student section in full force tonight. You'll have to tune in future weeks. I know they've got some really cool themes planned. They've got a Minion Out theme. That's going to be tons of fun to check that one out. And then I'm not sure what they call it, but it's kind of like a glow out night, right? Where they're all wearing black, and then they've got the glow sticks that are all over their body. That'll be a pretty cool look.
Absolutely. Maroon Platoon bringing it every game the entire year, supporting their fellow students playing football. Injured player still down on the field for the Maroons. Both teams regrouping, probably talking a little bit of strategy here on the sidelines. Holland Christian off to a strong start here tonight, up 4 at home.
And Larson's helped off the field by the Holland Christian medical staff. And a shout out to that whole team. We've got a great staff that helps these students out, and he will be under good care. That is for sure.
East Grand Rapids taking over on offense here.
Yeah, first down and 10 at the 14, and we'll see what adjustments the Maroon defense makes as they go back on the field. There's a fake handoff and an end around by the Pioneers, and a lot of running room up the right-hand side by Will Cannon. He's going. He's gone. And he will walk into the end zone, and the Pioneers take their first lead of the night with a 86-yard touchdown around the right side on that end around.
Will Cannon there on the fake. He actually had the ball. I thought a quarterback or running back had it up the middle. He got to the outside and jetted away, showing some speed. Nobody was able to catch him. East GR wide receiver made a block on a Holland Christian DB there. No men left behind him. East GR here to kick in the PAT.
And Daniel Klein kicks it through the uprights, and East Grand Rapids holds a 10-7 lead on the Maroons. There's been a little bit of some fireworks tonight. That play definitely was one.
86-yard touchdown there by Cannon. Like we said, 27 seniors on their varsity roster, 7-3 last year. Very storied and historic program. Their offense starting to get hot here tonight on the road. Holland Christian will take over again on offense. We'll see how they'll be able to respond here at home. Both teams in a must-win game. Holland Christian seeking to go 5-0, looking to make the playoffs for the first time since 2019, where they went to the state semifinal and ultimately lost to Edwardsburg. East Grand Rapids looking to make the playoff again after a 2-2 start. Probably not the start they were looking for to start the year.
Yeah, but losing to a South Christian squad that's legit year over year, and then an up-and-coming Northview squad last week. You knew East Grand Rapids was going to bring it tonight. And there's Myerd, who is going to receive and take it. He's up over the 20. He finds a little bit of room up over the 25 to the 30. Still on his feet, and he'll be taken down at the 33 after some nice running. He'll give the Maroons some nice field position to start their drive with just over 6 minutes left in the second quarter. You know, yeah, and you manage expectations as we watch Myerd, who's got a burst of his own. You know, you knew it was going to be a tough back-and-forth battle tonight, and you knew that there were going to be some big plays on both sides of the ball, and that's held true in the first half of tonight's game.
Absolutely not super high scoring yet thus far in the game, but definitely a couple of big game-changing plays here tonight. Holland Christian taking over on offense.
Aberger hands the ball off to Feek. He goes around the right-hand side and makes a nice cut. He's up over the 40, up over the 50, and into Pioneer territory. Picks up the first down for the Maroons, and we're in business.
Feek there with a great carry, able to cut it outside. Found an open lane and run north-south.
Yeah, some really good vision by the junior running back. Little pistol. Aberger with a handoff up the middle again. Not much room for Feek as he struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, he will lose a yard. And that brings up second down and 11.
22, Caswell there, the linebacker for East Grand Rapids on the tackle. Their D-line and linebackers starting to play well tonight here on defense. Holland Christian, a little bit of balanced attack with the running game and the passing game. Like Mark mentioned, they got 5 or 6 guys on offense that once in the open field can take it to the house. Dangerous offense this year for the Maroons.
Empty backfield. Haberger goes with a quick pass to the left, and there's Confara. And he's unable to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and we'll bring up a 3rd down and 11.
22 Castle there on the tackle as well for East Grand Rapids.
So what's going through coach's mind right now? You got 3rd and 11. Do you say, hey, let's get ourselves in position to have a manageable 4th down? Maybe do a screen play, maybe a rollout, and get to maybe a 4th and 3, 4th and 4, kind of something that's manageable, because you don't have tons of plays in the playbook that are 4th down and 11 and further.
Absolutely. I like the screenplay here by the Maroons, but we'll see what happens.
And Haberger rolls to his left, and that's always a tough pass to make. He's shown the ability to do it this year, just not that time. And the Maroons are going to elect to kick off. The idea is let's lock the Pioneers deep in their own territory. The clock stops at 3:48. Plenty of time for both teams. If you remember, Holland Christian got the kickoff, the opening kickoff, so the Pioneers will receive in the second half. Van Heis with a booming punt and a fair catch by Buck at the 11. Van Heis has a couple D1 offers to a couple MAC schools.
Van Heis, the former soccer player for the Maroons, like Mark mentioned, has a couple Division I offers. He is definitely a weapon for the Maroons offensively, able to kick from 45 plus pretty casually. Rarely see that out of a high school kicker. East Grand Rapids here taking over on offense, up 3 on the road. Holland Christian defense looking to limit some big plays, as Cannon with an 86-yard touchdown run in the last drive for East Grand Rapids.
And a slight delay as the chain gang has some difficulties. You can't see it as it's just on the outside of your screen. But that is why we have a delay right now, as they work out the chain game. Kind of wonder if 10, 15, 20 years down the road, that's all going to just be some type of technology. You don't even need that.
Automated AI laser or something that moves up and down the field. I could for sure see it, absolutely.
I know Michigan could have used that years ago.
Oh, my word.
6 years ago against the
JT
Buckeyes.
Barrett, he was short. We all know that.
I'm not bitter or anything.
3 out of 4 of the refs on the staff there were from Ohio, too. Interesting things from that game. And Michigan fans still lose sleep over that one.
So a bit of a game reset. Holland Christian scored on their opening possession, go up 7-0, and the Pioneers have answered with 10 unanswered points, and we've got a handoff, kind of a little bit of an end around, similar to what we saw Will Cannon score on before, this time well defended by the Maroons, as that was not something they were surprised by.
Cannon there on the same play, going to his right that he hit on the 86-yard touchdown run. Number 3, Simon Groenhuis there on the tackle.
Pioneers have had some early success between the tackles. Now in the last 2 drives, you're seeing them stretch the sidelines, and Thornton's going to keep it right up the middle, and he's tackled just over the 20-yard line. He's going to bring up a short 3rd down for the Pioneers. Let's give them a 3rd and 1, and a big play for the Maroons. If they can get some penetration on the line, you got to believe this is some type of a RPO. And the fans getting into it on the campus of Holland Christian. Thornton passes to his left and picks up the first down to Buck as he eludes the initial Maroon defender and gives the Pioneers a first down up over the 30.
Number 2, Buck there, showing some great strength. Initially got hit, got stood up, and able to do a little spin move and picked up probably 3 or 4 yards there after initial contact.
The Pioneers definitely looking for a kind of a 2-for-1 here. You know, if they can end with a touchdown, they receive the second half. And they are going to take their time. Plenty of time with over 2 minutes left in the second quarter. And Thornton rolls to his right, eludes the Maroon defender, and he's going to keep it. And he will get knocked out of bounds. And a loss of 3. Now that was well defended by the Maroons.
Number 7, Cole Meisty there. He's had probably 3 or 4 tackles tonight for the Maroons. Able to pursue the ball. Took Thornton down for a loss there.
Love Meisty's athleticism, as Thornton has proved a tough out tonight.
Absolutely. Thornton with a couple Division I offers, as we mentioned. The star quarterback for East Grand Rapids. 2nd and 12.
And Thornton hands the ball off to Blake. Blake gets a few yards up over the 30 now and to the 35. The minute 57. And the clock is ticking. You got to believe if the Maroons stop the Pioneers here, Coach Aberger will call a timeout, give his team as much time as possible. So a key play for the Maroons. And I'd say a key play for the Pioneers. 3rd down and 6. And a timeout by the Pioneers. As Coach Josh Shattuck wants to talk it over with his offense. And again, you know, this is a big play, right? I mean, if the Pioneers can get the first down, it keeps their momentum going. And essentially, it probably eliminates any opportunity for the Maroons to get the ball back and score. Beautiful night at Holland Christian. Amazing, amazing scene. And a crowd that we can be proud of. I'll tell you, every game it seems like we're getting more and more fans to what's been a growing season and a lot of excitement.
Tons of excitement. Dave Aberger in his 2nd year as head coach for the Maroons. 7-5 record for Aberger. Under the helm for the Maroons, and the Maroons seeking to go 5-0 for the first time since 2009. 3rd and 6 here for East Grand Rapids on offense.
Thornton rolls to his right. He's going to keep it, and he's up over the 40, and he is going to pick up a first down for the Pioneers, although the ball came out, and we're going to see what the ruling is. And the officials deemed Thornton down, and the Pioneers will keep it with a first down at the 43. Thornton looks left, now right. He goes deep. He's got a receiver sprinting, and he's double covered there as the Maroons were ready for it.
Number 3, Simon Grotenhuis, number 5, Joshua Bruxford there in coverage for the Maroons. Great coverage by both of them downfield. East Grand Rapids looking to spread it out a little bit. Throw the ball down the field, utilize some speed that they got on offense. As Mark mentioned, they're looking to score here, and East Grand Rapids will receive the kickoff after the half, so they could get a back-to-back offensive possession depending on how much time clock they use on this drive.
Thornton hand up the middle, and the Maroons were ready for it. As we move to under a minute left, and the clock continues to tick. Coach Aberger content to let the clock run. It's 3rd down and 7 for the Pioneers, and the Pioneers are going to milk this play clock all the way down.
Little bit of strategy here by East GR, probably trying to get the clock within 20 seconds and score here and then get the ball after the half.
And Thornton keeps it. Nice little move to the right, and he's gonna be knocked out of bounds just short of the first down. That'll stop the clock with 26 seconds left in the first half. And a 4th down and 1 for the Pioneers. So the clock is stopped. We'll see what the Pioneers do.
Would assume they go for it with only 26 seconds on the clock, but we'll see here. Maybe they'll try to draw the Maroons off sides.
Thornton hands it off to Blake. He gets up, and he's going to get the first down after an initial hit. It looked like the Maroons were going to stop him, but he was able to keep his legs moving and gave the Pioneers a first down. And they will call a timeout immediately with 20 seconds left.
East Grand Rapids taking their time on offense, trying to chew some clock, hoping to score probably a touchdown here on this drive. If not a field goal, they'll get the ball after the half. Holland Christian down 3 here tonight at home.
Pioneers, after the first possession, Maroons were able to force them into a punt. The Pioneers have been able to move the ball down the field, and they're doing that on this drive as well. And it's an important one for the Maroons to stop and limit them to, at worst, a field goal. We'll see. We've got 20 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the 46. And Thornton barking out directions to his team. And he's a fake handoff to Blake, and he shoots the ball wide to Will Cannon. Cannon had the touchdown, the Pioneer touchdown tonight, an 86-yard run. And he steps out of bounds, stopping the clock with 16 seconds left. So some quick hitters by the Pioneers. You know, they've tried to go downfield, haven't been successful. Where they've been successful is kind of on the quick screen pass.
Screen pass and blocking for East Grand Rapids have been very impressive tonight. Their receivers blocking downfield.
And Thornton hands the ball off again on that same play where they scored a touchdown. The last 2 times they've run it has not been successful. And it's 3rd and 5 with 11 seconds left in the half.
Cannon there getting a lot of action going east-west tonight. It'll be interesting to see what their offensive game plan is for the Pioneers in the second half. See if Thornton starts utilizing his legs or starts airing it out a little bit.
Thornton, and that ball is knocked down by Alexander Plockmeyer. Nice play by Plockmeyer, and forces the Pioneers into a 4th and 5. 9 seconds left. And it appears that the Pioneers are going to keep their offense on the field.
Huge play for both squads. Holland Christian down 3 here tonight at home, looking to get a stop and get off the field.
You got to believe that Thornton will keep the ball on a run around the end, and there he does. But Aberger called a timeout before the ball was snapped.
Smart timeout there by Coach Aberger. Meeting with his defense, going over a couple play calls, probably talking about the offensive set they just saw there by East Grand Rapids.
Yeah, so a little bit of gamesmanship going on right here. See what Coach Shattuck does with East Grand Rapids. You know, now will he just bring his punting unit out? Does he keep his offense out? And then on the flip side, Holland Christian's got 2 timeouts left, and definitely in a prevent defense.
Holland Christian, due to the speed of East Grand Rapids, will definitely probably have their 2 safeties back, 3 to 4 yards extra probably. Their corners maybe 5 to 6 even. In prevent defense, Interesting to see what play will be called here by the East Grand Rapids offense. That's been running the RPO, running Thornton at quarterback, Blake at running back, Cannon at receiver.
I got to believe that Thornton will keep it. They're going to keep it on the ground just to try to run as much clock as possible. And Thornton catches it, goes up the middle, and has a lot of room. And he's going to pick up the first down, and he gets down at the, call it the 27. And the Pioneers call a quick timeout. We'll see if they bring on their field goal kicker, Daniel Klein, or if they throw a kind of a Hail Mary of sorts into the end zone on the final play of the half.
Would assume they're going to bring the kicker in here and take the points. Coach Peter Sturzma there for Hope College, featured there on the camera. He's an East Grand Rapids legend. 3 state championships for him coaching at East Grand Rapids.
Now with Hope College, and a highly successful Hope College, I might add.
Kicker indeed on the field for East Grand Rapids. They're going to try to take the 3 points and go into half up 6 on the road.
So Daniel Klein, the left-footed kicker, with a 45-yard try for the Pioneers, and a timeout by Coach Aberger. We got a few a little bit of fun tonight.
Aberger there with a little timeout to ice the kicker, make him think about, is the wind 1 to 2 miles an hour? How am I going to kick it with my foot?
I'll tell you, it's swirling a little bit tonight.
Swirling a little bit. Maybe this one will be far left. Who knows? East Grand Rapids playing well on offense, playing well on defense. 10 points on the board here on the road against Holland Christian. Holland Christian doing the same, 7 points on the board. The first time these teams have ever met. East Grand Rapids 7-3 last year, made the playoffs. Holland Christian about a game short of making the playoffs. Second year under Coach Dave Aberger, looking to make the playoffs and start 5-0 this year.
And the Maroons in a safe defensive position. Bruxford deep to guard against any fake. And Klein is going to line up. 44-yard kick, and he is good. And that's an impressive kick by Klein. You know, it's one of the things, both teams tonight have some impressive kickers. And Klein puts the Pioneers up 13-7 as we move to halftime. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with about 4 minutes left in the half with Dave Engbers, the Holland Christian AD, and we're going to kind of unpack this madness of what is the conference realignment. Stay with us on HCLive. We'll be back in a few.
Welcome to Holland Christian again, as tonight we have East Grand Rapids. So then, Coach, let's talk a little bit about East EGR. I know they're not usually in our conference, so.
No. Yeah, they're new to the conference this year, and this year the OK Conference completely did a realignment. We lost a lot of those old rivalries with Hamilton and Allendale was becoming a big rivalry. We got to play them this year. But East Grand Rapids is a brand new opponent for us, and very similar to Coopersville last year, big, heavy. They're a storied program, so we're excited about it.
So then, for instance, let's talk a little bit about the conference. I know we lost those 2 teams for football.
Yeah.
So then let's look at that conference and just see what we got.
Yeah, it's unique. We have East Grand Rapids this week. We've got Catholic Central next week. We have TK at home and then Northview, and that's a lot of TK. Not as much, not as large in a story, but Northview certainly is up. They beat East Grand Rapids. Catholic Central and East Grand Rapids are the 2 winningest programs since 2005 in the state. So it's an opportunity for us each and every week to play these guys, to kind of measure ourselves and see how we're going to do.
So then, for instance, you're talking about East Grand Rapids is big and strong, but to be honest, if we have a good practice, we'll be that way also.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we're reloading the program. We've got a lot of new kids coming into the program. Our numbers are up. We ordered brand new uniforms this year. We've only got a couple uniforms left, so we're hoping to be able to keep bringing new kids in and get an order going.
So then, for instance, I know we have a freshman program, and what's the middle school like?
Yeah, their numbers are up as well. So all of our numbers are up. At 10th grade, we have a little bit of a bubble in the 10th grade level, but freshman levels, they're doing really, really well. They had a big win at East Grand Rapids last night, and so we were excited for those kids. They did a great job.
Okay, so then, for instance, let's get the W and let's get the playoffs.
Hey, let's get the win. Let's get the playoffs.
Yeah, thanks for watching
Go
HCLive.
Maroons.
Go
That's right.
Maroons.
Thanks, Rich. Appreciate it, buddy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Holland Christian High School between East Grand Rapids and Holland Christian. For instance, Caden, we're 4-0 and they're 2-2. So I'll talk to Coach about this later. So let's look at the win. What are we looking at like tonight?
Yeah, we got a pretty strong crosswind. I kind of looked at that all day today in class, checking the wind and stuff. So it's a 16-mile-an-hour crosswind, which ideally, as a kicker, that's not what you want necessarily, but we'll work through it, and there's always obstacles that you got to overcome.
So then, for instance, what are we looking at school-wise? I know you've had a couple offers from like different schools for kicking. Any perspectives on that?
Yeah. So I have 4 offers right now currently, one from Hope College, which is D3, and then one from Davenport, which is a D2 school, and then 2 D1 offers from Eastern Michigan and Central Michigan. One of those is a scholarship offer from Central Michigan. So I'm just kind of trying to weigh out options right now, trying to make the best decision possible with those offers in hand.
So then, for instance, when are you gonna make your decision where you want to go?
Yeah. So they've given me a deadline, which is early signing day, and that is on November 30 this year. So I still have a little bit of time, and obviously, like I said, just trying to make a good decision with the time that I have. So, yeah.
So then, for instance, let's just say if we win tonight, we got a chance for the playoffs.
We do.
So then, I know it's a tough schedule like with Northview and stuff coming up yet, but let's just get this W and let's get the playoffs.
I agree, Rich. That's a great idea. 5-0. Here we go.
Yep. Thanks for watching HCLive.
Thank you. Sweet.
Field goal is good.
2.5. Field goal is good. Field goal is good.
Holland Christian will be on the road next week, Friday night, and they will be in week 3 of the conference, as they will take on the homestanding Cougars of Catholic Central High School. Game time kickoffs up for 7 o'clock next week, Friday night, at Catholic Central High School. Field goal is good. Field goal is good.
2.5. Field goal is
Welcome back to Holland Christian High School. We had hoped to have Holland Christian AD Dave Engbers on at the half. We're going to have to pivot and have him come later on in the second half. You know, he's going to talk a little bit about this madness of conference realignment. You know, it's one of the reasons that you see this kind of new rivalry starting with East Grand Rapids and Holland Christian facing off for the first time, and this won't be the only time. They're on the schedule here for the indefinite future. But we'll talk a little bit about what the OK Conference does as it relates to kind of realignment. And then they did something that was really different and more drastic here this last time around. That said, let's talk a little bit about the first half. We're going to give you a few first half stats and observations with the East Grand Rapids holding the lead 13-7 on Holland Christian.
Holland Christian offensively 66 yards passing the first half. Number 23, Isaiah Myerd with 28 yards rushing. Number 30, Noah Feek with 23 yards rushing for the Maroons. Number 5, Ruxford with 36 yards receiving for the Maroons. Gabe Confara, number 6, with a touchdown for Holland Christian. Will Grant on defense for Holland Christian led the team with 6 tackles. East Grand Rapids had 191 yards on offense in the first half, big first half for them. And Will Cannon, number 1, with an 86-yard touchdown run for East Grand Rapids.
So when we started the broadcast, we kind of highlighted 3 different areas to kind of keep an eye on. And the first was turnovers. And you know, many times the team that wins the turnover battle wins the game. Tonight, neither team has turned the ball over.
Very clean for both offenses. Both teams on the year, very minimal turnovers. The second key to the game we said was the line of scrimmage. I would give the edge in the first half to probably East Grand Rapids. They were able to capitalize on some good blocking, not only by their offensive line, but also wide receivers down the field, leading to some big explosive plays down the field. And the third key to the game we said was which team would play the cleanest. We have yet to see a penalty here tonight.
Yeah, so a minute 34 left before we kick off. The Pioneers will receive the second half kickoff. If you missed the first half, Holland Christian took the opening kickoff down the field and scored. They went up 7-0 early, and the East Grand Rapids Pioneers responded with 3 scores. You know, I think if you're the Maroons, thankfully they weren't 3 touchdowns. They scored a touchdown or a field goal, then a touchdown, then a field goal. And we've got an important first possession of the second half. You know, what adjustments do both of these coaching staffs make?
Absolutely. I think East Grand Rapids will continue to lean on the RPO. We saw that utilized in the first half by Thornton, their quarterback. A dual threat. He can beat you on the ground. He can beat you in the air as well. Will Cannon, number 1, with an 86-yard touchdown in the first half for East Grand Rapids. I think they'll continue to lean on him east-west on the outside of the field, utilizing his speed. Holland Christian, I think you got to get number 3, Simon Rodenheis, the ball. He's had a couple targets tonight, unable to capitalize and haul in the catches due to a little bit of miscommunication with his quarterback, Evan Aberger, tonight. He is their star at receiver. Isaiah Myerd also having a nice game on the ground for the Maroons. I think you continue to feed him, get him in space.
East Grand Rapids did a very nice job of controlling the time of possession in the first half. We talked about that early. You know, with Holland Christian's high-scoring, potent offense, I think it was important for the Pioneers to kind of dictate that tempo a little bit. They slowed it down, I think, successfully in the first half.
Absolutely. East Grand Rapids playing slow on offense. and up 6 here on the road.
And the Pioneers, Will Cannon, who scored the first half touchdown, receives and brings it up to the 30-yard line. And the Pioneers will start the first possession of the second half. 1st and 10 at the 30. And Holland Christian finds themselves down 6 as they start the second half of action on a beautiful night at Holland Christian. Unbelievable field. If you've not seen it before or not even been here, we encourage you to come out to a future game along the shores of Lake Michigan in what's the first game in history between these two high schools. And Thornton goes back to pass. He's getting some pressure. He rolls right and is unable to connect with Gavin Buck, who was open in the flat.
Number 56, Plockmeyer there for the Maroons. Playing on the D-line, getting pressure there on Thornton to open up the first half here. He's having a pretty nice game today. He had a swat down pass there on Thornton in the first half as well.
All right, Thornton and Blake in the backfield, getting instructions from the coaching staff. I think a year ago they had 2 coaches that gave signals. Now they got 3 in the wake of the Connor Stallions thing. And Thornton keeps the ball up the middle and picks up a nice gain and gives the Pioneers a manageable third down and 4.
Thornton there starting to utilize his legs on the RPO option there. Nice carry up the middle, picks up 6. Interesting to see what East Grand Rapids will do. They run that RPO. They're capable and able of running a spread offense as well and airing it out down the field.
Big play to start the second half, and a high snap brought in by Thornton. He's got room around the right side, and he brings it up over the 40 to the 45, and let's call it the 46. Picks up a first down for the Pioneers, and that's been successful all night.
Thornton there, despite the high snap, still able to find the hole right up the B gap there and pick up a first down for East Grand Rapids. Thornton, their star quarterback, holds an offer from Nicholls State, an FCS Division I program. Also visited Ferris State on a recruiting trip a couple weeks ago. 1st and 10 for East Grand Rapids.
Thornton fakes the handoff to Blake and passes it wide to Gavin Buck, who has a nice gain up over the 50 and into Maroons territory early in the second half of tonight's game. East Grand Rapids up 13-7.
Buck there with a super nice catch. The ball by Thornton there was a little bit low on the pass. He was still able to haul it in. He has good hands and has been able to pick up some yards after the catch tonight here on the road.
Leighton Kalk in, and another high snap. Thornton has shown an amazing ability to rein those in, and that time he caught it with his right hand, brought it in, and was able to pick up a first down. You kind of wonder if that snap kind of throws the Maroon defense's timing off a little bit as well.
Something definitely off there between Thornton and his center there. Running the RPO, definitely an offense where you need key timing on your snaps and motions. Interesting to see if they'll be able to clean that up here in the second half. Thornton still able to capitalize despite the poor snaps using his legs.
Leighton Kalk next to Thornton again, and this time he's given the ball around the right side. He smashes his way down to the 36 of the Maroons. And the Pioneers are driving on their first possession of the second half.
East Grand Rapids starting to rely on their huge offensive line. Looking out on the field, there's definitely a size difference between the East Grand Rapids offensive line and the Holland Christian defensive line.
Thornton with a handoff to Kalk again, and Kalk picks up the first down for the Pioneers.
East Grand Rapids with a great start here to the second half. Offense, like we've mentioned all night, not really playing fast. I don't think they really want to against the Holland Christian offense, just averaging 35 points per game through 4 games. Taking their time, setting up their RPO, setting up their spread. Holland Christian has to find where the ball's going, who's it going to, and what part of the field it's going. 1st and 10.
Thornton hands the ball off to Blake this time. And Blake picks up a nice first down gain.
Blake
and,
there.
You know, when you pick up that kind of yardage on first down, it really keeps your playbook wide open.
Absolutely. Pick up 6 or 7 yards, you're looking at 3 or 4 to get the first down, and you can do kind of whatever you want in an RPO. Hand the ball off, keep the ball as a quarterback, throw it on an end around. All kinds of options in this offense.
And Blake keeps this, goes right up the middle and gets hit hard by the Maroons, but not before he picks up a first down.
Number 7, Cole Meisty, has had a great game for the Maroons. Huge hit there on Thornton. Thornton, like Mark mentioned, able to pick up the first down. They're continuing to boa constrictor the Holland Christian defense tonight.
Cole Meisty comes up with a nice hit, but too little too late as the Pioneers are into the red zone for the first time in the second half. Thornton hands the ball off to Kalk around the right side. He stays on his feet, and a host of Maroons stop him close to the 10-yard line. And the Maroons need to create that wall. You know, they bend, but let's not break here. This is the time where somebody's got to make a play and kind of turn the tide. The momentum the last quarter and a half has definitely been on the Pioneer side.
All East Grand Rapids, and a huge play defensively here for the Maroons, trying to get off the field down 6 here at home tonight.
And a high snap this time. Thornton goes back, he picks it up, and he's going to chuck it into the end zone. And thankfully for his sake, Joshua Bruxford was unable to corral that ball. That was pretty dangerous. You're going to see it on the replay. All night long, the Pioneers have had trouble with the snap. It's been high. Thornton picks that up, throws it wildly into the end zone, and the Pioneers got away with another one there.
Thornton there motioning the receiver from his right to his left. Snap goes right over his head. Number 56, Blockmeyer there for the Maroons, chases him down and able to force him to throw it.
Thornton keeps it, goes up the middle, finds a little bit of running room inside the 5. And picks up the first down and goal for the Pioneers. You got to believe Thornton's going to keep the ball.
Absolutely huge pickup there for Thornton. Able to, he kind of hesitated on the carry, waited for the blocks to develop up in front of him.
And he keeps it. And he's going to find himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Pioneers.
Thornton, like Mark mentioned, on a keeper there. Able to also kind of hesitate and let his blocks develop up in front of him, and able to punch it in for East Grand Rapids here on the road in their first game ever against Holland Christian.
And that's a statement drive for East Grand Rapids to start the second half, and the Maroons find themselves in a hole, not insurmountable, but down 20-7 with 5.5 minutes left in the second half. And the recipe for the Pioneers is clear. Keep the ball on the ground, grind the clock out, and it only took 7 minutes really off the clock to start the second half.
Absolutely. East Grand Rapids slowing it down, kind of like Michigan last year. some of their big games, utilizing their big offensive line and just running it 3 or 4 yards at a time, picking up chunk yard plays and able to pick up the first down and punch it in there for Thornton. Great start for them offensively. It'll be interesting to see how the Maroons respond here to open up the second half on offense. I think they'll lean on their receivers because they're going to have to play fast with only 5 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter here at home.
The Maroons just haven't been able to get into rhythm offensively as their possessions have been limited. Klein to kick off. The lefty booms it deep. And that is received by the Maroons' Carter Brower, who brings it up over the 20 to the 22, where Evan Abiger will lead his Maroons offense for the first time in the second half tonight, and definitely need some momentum shift as we start the first possession of the second half for the Maroons.
Absolutely. Isaiah Meyer there on the sideline for the Maroons, getting looked at by the trainer.
And Feek around the side, up over the 25 to the 26. He shows a little bit of a burst there as well.
Feek absolutely shows a burst. Had a really nice run there in the first half for the Maroons. Picked up 20 to 25 yards on one of his carries. Holland Christian probably looking to go a little bit faster here on offense, down 13 here at home. Likely to open up the air raid a little bit here in the second half as well. Abiger in the gun.
Abiger keeps it up the middle. First time today we've seen him use his feet, and he picks up just about 4 and a third down and 2. And this is, I'm going to stop short of saying it's a must get, but this is a huge play for the Maroons as the Pioneers have had all the momentum, and they've taken the crowd out of it a little bit.
Absolutely a huge play here for the Maroons offense. Like Mark mentioned, the crowd's gotten a little bit quiet here tonight.
I got to believe Abiger, I'm going to call a rollout to the left, try to get one of his skill players. I'm wrong. He's going to his right and picks up the first down. And there's Groton Heights, who you mentioned at the start of the second half. We got to get Simon involved in the offense in the second half.
Absolutely. Got to get the ball in the number 3's hands as much as possible on offense. Unable to connect with him in the first half. Holland Christian able to pick up the first down. Starting to get a little bit of momentum here on offense. Clock continues to tick. 3:23 left in the third here at home.
Maroons down 2 scores as Abiger looks downfield and then drops it off to Feek, who got tackled, and it looked a little bit awkward on the tackle. Thankfully, he's getting up and going back to the huddle. But that play resulted in a loss of 3.
Feek there, really not much room after the catch. Not much blocking down the field for him there. Isaiah Meyer, number 23, continues to be on the sideline there, getting worked on by the Holland Christian training staff. Hopefully we see him back on the field shortly.
Abiger looks to his left, fakes it, he keeps the ball, goes up the middle, has some room, picks up big yardage and close to a first down. And the chain gang is on the move. First down, Maroons.
Abiger there kind of looking at Thornton on the East Grand Rapids offense and going, hey, I can run as well. Dual threat quarterback for the Maroons. He's had a fantastic year, 13 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the year through 4 games for the Maroons.
Maroons on the move. And the lefty rolls to his left. He looks deep to Gabe Confara, and Gabe unable to bring that one in. He was open, and I'm sure Abiger wants that one back.
Absolutely. Confara definitely had separation from the DB there. A little bit high there on the pass. Confara able to jump up in the air and get a hand on it, but unable to complete the catch there. 2nd and 10 for the Maroons offense here.
Feek mishandles it. We'll see who comes up with it. It looks like he was able to corral it. But an unfortunate mishandle by the Maroons. And brings up a long 3rd down in a much needed successful possession for the home team.
Feet there. It looks like he fumbled it on the handoff. Didn't necessarily even have full possession of it before the ball was in the dirt. Holland Christian able to still have the ball. 3rd and 11 here.
Abiger straight back. He looks to his right and he finds Rotenheis, who is close to a 1st down. He's going to come up short. 4th down and 1. And I'm sure Coach Abiger will keep his offense on the field as Holland Christian is in dire need of a score. Again, they haven't scored since the first possession of the game tonight. And a big play.
Great catch there by Grotenhuis. Holland Christian probably with a play of the game here. 4th and 1.
Abiger look like they're going to blitz. And the Holland Christian Maroon contingent, head coaching staff, calls a timeout. They want to talk about it. Coach Abiger got to dial up a successful play. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back for that all-important 4th down.
A West Michigan concrete company for almost 30 years. Proline is proud to support Holland Christian athletics and the Maroons all season long. Once again, the 100 yards of concrete that your very bleachers are supported by, or even that you stood on when you visited the concession stand.
All right, the biggest play of the game so far. Just over a minute left in the 3rd. Holland Christian is only down 2 scores, but they find themselves in a 4th and 1 at the 45 of the Pioneers. Abiger fakes the handoff. He rolls right. He's got Confaro wide open. Confaro down the sidelines. He's still on his feet down to the 25. And a well-designed play by the Maroons. And a 1st down deep in Pioneer territory. And you can feel that momentum shift. And it really needed to.
Absolutely. Number 6, Confara, the tight end for the Maroons. The senior all the way down to the 25-yard line. He threw up the little forward hand motion, signaling the 1st down for the Maroons, and Holland Christian looking to punch it in here and keep this game close here at home tonight.
Yeah, an important detail, Abiger giving the ball to Confara and with the ability to run after the catch. And we got Myerd back in the game. He takes the handoff around the left side down to the 22-yard line of the Pioneers. Good to see Myerd back on the field.
Absolutely. Myerd with a great first half, couple of big runs for the Maroons. A strong runner, a guy you can't really take down usually on the first hit. Will stay on his feet. Walking a little bit gimpy out there. Myerd's coming out of the game here. We'll sub out. Probably just take a quick break.
And we reach the end of the 3rd quarter in what's been an entertaining game. The Maroons find themselves in a hole, down 13, but driving here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll have the ball 2nd and 7 at the 22. We'll take a quick break and be right back on HCLive.
Again, that's bkbrewerphotography.smugmug.com. We invite you to dedication, and action of our athletes. A very special thank you once again to our in-house photographer, Brenda Brewer.
And you are back at Holland Christian. 2nd down and 7 for the Maroons. And a handoff to Feek around the right side. Nice cut. And he's still on his feet. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Maroons!
Number 30, Noah Feek there with the carry, running to his right. Hesitated a little bit, ran past a East Grand Rapids defender, and continued to just go north-south and able to punch it in for the Maroons.
Feek has shown that ability to make the quick cut throughout tonight's game and does it there with major success and a much-needed touchdown for the Maroons. Van Heist kicks it through the uprights, and that was a no-doubter. Holland Christian 14, East Grand Rapids 20, in what is shaping up to be an amazing first matchup between these two football powers. You know, Holland Christian winning a state championship this century, East Grand Rapids as well.
Absolutely, two historic programs here playing for the first time tonight ever at Holland Christian Stadium. And Feek keeping Holland Christian's dreams alive tonight with a big touchdown run there for the Maroons. Cuts the lead for East Grand Rapids to 6 points. They are up 20-14 here on the road. Holland Christian, it's Caden Van Heist, number 8, lining up for the kickoff.
So a much-needed, impressive drive for the Maroons. And Van Heist with some impressive legs of his own. I've lost track of his touchbacks that he's had this year. No surprise that he will be kicking on Saturdays at the Division I level next year. Now let's see what the Maroon defense can do. I'm sure they're energized from what their offense did that last possession. We got a lot of time left, and the Pioneers up 6, and we'll see how they respond to that Maroon touchdown drive.
East Grand Rapids offense likely to continue to run the RPO with Thornton at quarterback and Blake at running back, and probably will try to chew as much clock as they can here on offense.
And Thornton, a little bit of an end around. And that time, I thought it was Cannon, it was not.
88 Cox there on the carry to the outside. A little bit of speed for him. Holland Christian subbing in a couple defenders on defense. And East Grand Rapids, like we've mentioned all night, continuing to chew clock on offense. They are not in a rush.
Thornton hands the ball off to Blake up the middle, and he's able to get the first down up over the 32, the 35, and the Pioneers pick up the first down.
Tyler Blake, number 10 for East Grand Rapids, the running back, has had a great game tonight. Seems like every time he's got the ball, he's taking it for a first down when East Grand Rapids needs it offensively. 10:50 to go in the game here. East Grand Rapids up 20-14 on the road in their first game ever against Holland Christian.
Thornton hands the ball off, and that is going nowhere. Blake upended by William Grant. Will Grant with a great play.
Grant there, fantastic play. Grant led Holland Christian in the first half with 6 tackles. He's having a huge game tonight defensively. Flexes there after the play. Keeps the Holland Christian defense fired up. They need a stop here to win this game. 2nd and 12 for the East Grand Rapids offense. Continuing to lean on the running game and RPO offense that they run.
You wonder if the high snaps will come back to haunt East Grand Rapids. And there's another one. Thornton able to catch it and gets a modest gain at best to Grant. And that'll bring up a long 3rd down play. 3rd down and 10. And a big play on both sides of the ball right now. Thornton getting used to that high snap, right? Like he's almost expecting that, you're thinking.
Absolutely. He's getting used to his center not playing well tonight, which is something he's probably not happy about, but he's having a great game on the road, and huge 3rd and 10 here for both teams.
The Maroon platoon getting into it. Thornton rolls out to his left. He looks deep, unable to find anybody, and the Maroons take him down. He throws it incomplete, but the pressure got to him, and the Pioneers are going to be forced to punt the ball away. And a great defensive possession for the Maroons. They definitely picked their game up.
Holland Christian defense this year only allowing 10 points per game through the first 4 games. Number 57, Jackson Allen there on the pressure. Number 7, Cole Meisty from the safety position as well. William Grant, I think he's had 3 or 4 tackles on just this defensive possession alone.
Okay. Thornton's got it. We'll see what he does. He's going to punt the ball away deep. And Holland Christian, no one was back. And the ball bounces down to about the 15. But we'll see what the flag's all about.
A little bit of trickery there by the East Grand Rapids offense. Thornton remains in the game and able to punt the ball.
And you're going to see the Pioneers move on that illegal formation. That'll knock them back 5 yards. And that'll be a 4th and 15. And we're going to have Simon Grotenhuis back now.
Simon Grotenhuis looking to hopefully field this kick in the air. Probably take it for a big return if he can find a block down the field. The speedster and star receiver for the Maroons.
And Thornton punts it off the right side of his leg, and the Maroons are going to have great field position up over the 40 to the 43-yard line. First down, Maroons, 8:47 left in the ball game, and they're down 1 score, 20-14, coming off of a touchdown drive, and the momentum has swung. We're feeling it in the stadium tonight.
Early 3rd quarter there. East Grand Rapids was on offense and was moving the ball well with their running game. Holland Christian's alumni were quite quiet in the stands, but now only down 6. They are loud and fired up to end this game here. Holland Christian taking over on offense.
Abiger hands the ball off to Meyer around the left side. He's got a hole, and he's up over the 50 to the 48. And a nice first down play by the Maroons. That'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Isaiah Meyer there on the carry. Does a little hesitation, waits for the blocks to develop. As soon as he sees the hole, that guy is up the field quickly. Picked up a lot of first downs for the Maroons tonight.
Second down and 1. Abiger hands the ball off again to Meyer. He's around the side and picks up the first down.
Meyer, great to see him back in the game. He was on the sideline a little bit ago, getting stretched out. Looked like it was a hamstring injury by the Holland Christian training staff. He is back, and we're glad to have him back on the rushing attack. Holland Christian playing fast here, knowing they got to score. then play defense and potentially score again to win this game here tonight at home.
Abiger hands the ball off to Myerd, and East Grand Rapids ready for that one. And they bring him down in the backfield.
Eldridge there, number 24, the linebacker for East Grand Rapids, on a great tackle. Able to stand Myerd up. Holland Christian offense in a huddle, slowing down a little bit now pace-wise. 7:05 to go in the fourth. East Grand Rapids up 6 here on the road.
I mean, there's art and science with how quickly you want to play offensively, just as we move under 7 minutes. Abiger back, a little bit of pressure, and the Pioneers are going to get him. And a big loss, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 20 for the Maroons, that they've gone backwards the last 2 plays.
Big play there.
Pioneers turning the heat up.
Big play there for the Pioneers defense. Number 54, Matthew Rose there on the tackle on Abiger. 3rd and 21 for the Maroons.
Abiger straight back. He's going to go over the middle deep to Grotenheis, who catches it with a nice gain, but short of the line to gain, and a 4th down for the Maroons. We'll see what Coach Abiger does. You know, this is a manageable 4th down, but it's still a low percentage 4th down at 4th and 9. He's going to keep Abiger on the field and this offense on the field.
I think you got to go for it here with how good East Grand Rapids is playing on offense. Cut the lead here for the Maroons. This could be the game. 4th and 9.
Abiger fakes the handoff to Myerd, and he gets Confara on the swing, and that's going to be a 1st down. Confara still on his feet. He is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Maroons!
Number 6, Gabe Confara, the senior tight end, picks up the reception, cuts to the outside. No East Grand Rapids DBs or safeties down the field, and punches it in for the Maroons. We got a tie ball game here tonight at home, Mark. What do you think?
Well, this one might be coming back.
Oh, my word. Is there a flag down? There is a flag down. The ref just picked it up. Wow.
And he's got holding.
No way.
On the Maroons. Now, it'll be interesting to see if it's a 1st down. It really depends on where that 1st down happened. And the touchdown will be taken off the board. Now, the positive is the Maroons did pick up the 1st down. So that was a hold downfield as Confara hit the corner.
Confara's fellow Maroon teammates trying to give him some room to run with blocks down the field. Holding call by the ref. 1st and 10 for the Maroons, down 6 here tonight at home.
So you've not had a holding call all night, and you get one on that play. That's unfortunate, but maybe it'll work out in the Maroons' favor. Myerd around the left side, and he's met by a host of Pioneers and actually loses a yard.
24 Eldridge there on the tackle on 23 Isaiah Myerd.
That play by Abiger, Confara, and ultimately Coach Abiger was the reverse of the 1st down, the 4th down in the first half that Confara went for big yardage.
Absolutely. Confara, the senior playmaker for the Maroons. Holland Christian, 2nd and 12. Got to punch it in to stay alive here tonight at home.
And Holland Christian calls a timeout. They want to talk about it. 4:24 left in the game.
That is their 2nd timeout.
So on one hand, it's a super unfortunate call. Holland Christian with all the momentum in the world. They go down, score a touchdown. On the other hand, Maroons do get a first down out of it, and maybe they can churn some more clock. East Grand Rapids hasn't shown the ability to pass the ball downfield tonight. So it'll be an interesting last 4.5 minutes at Holland Christian. If you're tuning in, tell your friends and family that maybe aren't watching it to catch the end of this game as it's shaping out to be an instant classic.
Holland Christian taking over on offense here, looking to punch it in and tie the game up.
Abiger. And we got a reverse play for Grotenhuis, and he's got a lot of room on the right side. He's going to pick up the first down and more into the red zone of the Pioneers.
Huge play. Simon Grotenhuis, number 3, and end around. Isaiah Meyer had actually got the carry. Flipped it up to Simon coming around from the left to right. Simon running to his right, able to pick up the first down. Holland Christian, like Mark mentioned, 4:24 left on the clock. Now we got 4:01. Interesting to see if they punch it in here. Would tie the game 20-20. And he kicked the PAT, go up 1. Good play defense. And
got to like the misdirection play as the Pioneers have been super aggressive defensively. Fake handoff. And Abiger to Confara, who makes a nice catch. And the clock continues to tick as we near 3.5 minutes left in the game.
Little roll out there by Evan Abiger, rolling to his left. Confara open per usual. Able to haul in the catch. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Maroons.
Abiger able to elude a defender nicely and get it to Confara. All right, 2nd down and 6 at the 15. Abiger looks to his left, and he's got Grotenhuis with a nice catch. And inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line, and a first down for the Maroons. 1st and goal, and the Maroons in business.
Fantastic ball there by Evan Abiger, able to put it up in the air where Simon Grotenhuis likes to catch it. Number 3, Grotenhuis hauled it in. Holland Christian chewing the clock here. Down 6. If they punch it in and kick and get the PAT, they'd go up 1 and have a shot at playing defense to win the game here tonight. Abiger in the gun.
Empty backfield for Abiger. He looks and he keeps it up the middle, and the East Grand Rapids defense was ready for that. Maybe picked up 2.
24, Eldridge there for East Grand Rapids, right up the middle on Abiger on the tackle there. Great defense by him tonight.
Clock continues to tick. East Grand Rapids content to let it wind down.
East Grand Rapids putting faith in their defense tonight here on the road. Up 6. They think they're able to make the stand against the Holland Christian offense.
2nd down and 5. And we are 5 seconds left in the play clock. Does Abiger know? They might have to get a timeout. And they do. Timeout Maroons. They were forced to call that as the play clock was winding down. In high school, you don't have the clock in the end zone. The back judge indicates it to the quarterback, and Abiger saw it, and they called a timeout. So 1:40 left. Holland Christian scored the opening points tonight, went up 7-0. East Grand Rapids scored the next 20. And then Holland Christian on their last possession scored a touchdown, and now driving in the closing minutes of the game, which has been as advertised. We knew it was going to be a good one. These conference foes facing off for the first time. All right, Abiger. fakes the handoff to Meyer, keeps the ball, and takes a big hit by a host of Pioneers, but he's able to get inside the 5 down to the 3. So we've got 3rd down and 5. Timeout by the Pioneers, and that's a smart timeout by Coach Shattuck, because at this point, here's the story. You got 2 plays. Holland Christian scores, and they got to have as much time as they can on the clock. If Holland Christian doesn't score, you just take a knee and the game's over.
Absolutely. A little bit like a chess game with timing in football sometimes. You kind of got to calculate how much time you want to waste or keep on the clock depending on which side of the ball that you favor more on your team. I would say Holland Christian definitely favors their offense. East Grand Rapids, I guess, favoring their defense here tonight on the road. They have played well, only allowing 14 points to a very talented Holland Christian offense. What a game tonight.
Got to believe Aberger's got a set of plays for this type of situations. Ultimately it's a 2-point conversion play, so let's go in the playbook, pick out your best play, and see what happens. Aberger looks to his right. He keeps it, and he's going to get stuffed. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. East Grand Rapids calls the timeout. I like the play. You stretch the field. You got to give credit to the Pioneers who were up for the task.
Absolutely. East Grand Rapids, they're kind of stacking the box. They're keying on the Aberger run there. Holland Christian likely to change it up, maybe hand it off to Isaiah Meyer or pass it to Confara number 6 or number 3 Simon Grotenhuis. Maybe a little end around action. Who knows? That's what's fun with watching spread offenses like Holland Christian and East Grand Rapids. 4th and 2, a minute 26 to go here at home. East Grand Rapids up 20-14. This is likely the ball game.
It absolutely is. And we've got Meyer to Aberger's left. Aber, low snap, looks to his right. He's got his receiver all across the middle. Touchdown, Maynard, number 10. And the Maroons tie it up with a minute 21 left in tonight's game. Great play call. You saw Des Maynard come across the middle and made a nice catch. And a great pass by Aberger to seal the deal.
Aberger able to stay patient in the pocket there, like Mark mentioned. Des cut from his right to his left, back of the end zone. Aberger found him open, able to connect for the touchdown.
And Van Heis converts the extra point, puts the Holland Christian Maroons up 21-20. A minute 21 left. But what a ball game on the shores of Lake Michigan. A shout out to the HCLive crew. The team has been all over it tonight as we watch Aberger spin it to Des Maynard for the go-ahead score. That production team tonight that's done such an amazing job, headed up by Adam Wasink, the director, Alex Hambley on the camera, Asa Muma on the camera, Aiden Hook on the camera, Colton Fox, Kelly on the camera, as well as Josiah Walters and Zach Doctor alongside me up in the booth. It's been a pleasure to call tonight's game. And Van Heis will no doubt kick this out of the end zone.
Another touch back there for Caden Van Heis, the senior kicker. Des Meyer, number 10, throwing up his hands, fired up after the huge touchdown catch to put the Maroons up 1 at home. East Grand Rapids offense taking over, a minute 21 left in the game.
We talked about it in the first half. The skill positions for Holland Christian this year are just elite. The names, the list of names goes on and on. So many big players, so many big plays. You got to give credit to that line. That line has given Aberger time to deal tonight.
Absolutely. The offensive line for the Maroons has stepped up in the second half, and they're going to need the defense to step up here and get a stop to have them win this game at home, seeking their first 5-0 start since 2009. 1st and 10 for East Grand Rapids.
And Thornton around the left side. He's going to keep it, and he's got room. He's up the sideline in the clear, and he gets taken out near the 50. And Thornton with some nifty running as he's done all night long. The Maroons unable to corral him.
Thornton there on the keeper. Likes to cut it east-west, get into the open field, and then run north-south. Great run there, utilizing his athleticism, the dual threat quarterback for East Grand Rapids. We got a $1:13 on the clock here. Maroons up 1. Holland Christian alumni, Maroon platoon are loud. Mark and I are nervous but fired up here in the booth.
Thornton motions buck, and he keeps it right up the middle. You know, if you're the Maroons, you just got to expect that kid is going to keep it. Unable to pick up the first down, which is important because the clock keeps on ticking. EGR wants to save their last timeout in the case to get a kicker on for a last-second kick. Thornton back to pass. He's keeping it, and he's brought down by the stout Maroon defense, and it looks like he might have lost the ball. We'll see.
Confusion on the
And
field.
it looks like East Grand Rapids called timeout with 43 seconds left. Their final timeout of the game, so neither team has a timeout left. 43 seconds left. And the Pioneers in Maroon territory. So Pioneers down by 1. Definitely their deal right now is let's get it into field goal range. Klein has already kicked a 44-yard field goal tonight. So when you look at it, you know, they've got to get it inside the 30.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to just say the 30-yard line is the East Grand Rapids goal. Now, again, we have not seen Thornton successful throwing the ball downfield. You still got to be aware of that, but where he has been the biggest threat tonight is with his legs.
Absolutely. Holland Christian probably keying on Thornton running here. 3rd and 5. Huge play.
And Thornton hands the ball up to Klein up the middle. And the East Grand Rapids offensive line moves the line. They're inside the 40 to the 38. And the clock keeps on ticking, although it stopped for the first down. And Thornton spikes the ball on first down, bringing up 2nd down at the 42.5-yard line. Or I'm going to say, I'm sorry, that's the 37.5-yard line. You know, you're looking at about a 52-yard field goal from here. Definitely the Pioneers want to get inside the 30. Look for Thornton to keep the ball. He throws it to the left side, and out of bounds goes Josh McCune, the junior wide receiver, with a nice catch. And the Pioneers getting close to field goal position, field goal range for their kicker, the senior Daniel Klein.
27 seconds to go in the game. Holland Christian up 21-20, trying to get off the field here and escape at home.
27 seconds left. Thornton gives it to Klein up the middle, and he's met at the 30, which is ultimately where we said they want to get to. So 3rd down and 7. We'll see what the Pioneers do with 12 seconds left. They keep the ball. If they don't get a first down, that clock isn't stopping. All right, so they do get a first down, and there's 5 seconds left, and they're going to have to quick spike the ball. And it's all going to come down to the leg of Daniel Klein. Four seconds left. A bit of confusion by the official crew. Thornton gets it and he spikes it. There's 2 seconds left. And here's the game. We've got Daniel Klein that's coming on the field, and this will be the final play of the game. And there is a big wind at Klein's back. The ball will be placed at the 33-yard line. Call it a 43-yard field goal try, and it all comes down to this. Klein kicks it, and it's wide right. Maroons win. Maroons win. What a game. What a game.
Holland Christian 21-20 win at home over historic East Grand Rapids, improves to 5-0 since, for the first time since 2009. Klein from East Grand Rapids shanked what was a 43-yard field goal attempt that would have won them the game had it gone in.
So wide right, and that would have been short as well, as the Maroons come out victorious in what was an epic back and forth battle. Both teams shouldn't hang their heads, because that was a great matchup in MHSAA football, and the Maroons move to 5-0 on the season, while the East Grand Rapids Pioneers fall to 2-3. A great night here at Holland Christian.
Absolutely a beautiful night for some football on the lake shore. East Grand Rapids and Holland Christian squaring off for the first time ever. Holland Christian able to pick up a 21-20 win here tonight at home, improves to 5-0, and the Maroon platoon is storming the field, and they're loving it.
A great scene here on the shores of Lake Michigan. Holland Christian High School in what will be a game to be remembered. They win the first game in what should be an amazing series between East Grand Rapids and Holland Christian. So glad that you joined us for tonight's game. A big shout out to the HCLive crew for putting on an amazing event, and really a shout out to the Holland Christian football team, to the head coach, to the student athletes for putting on an amazing night, and they never gave up. The momentum was clearly on the East Grand Rapids side for much of the bulk of the middle of that game, but Holland Christian with 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, which led to a big-time win. Zach, it was a great night with you tonight.
Great night with you, Mark. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We hope you guys have a great night.
So long from Holland Christian. We'll be back here in 2 weeks as the Holland Christian Maroons take on TK Middleville. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
To assist with cleaning up this beautiful facility. On behalf of Holland Christian High School, and the Rapid Game Management Team, thanks for coming. Don't forget to drive home safely.
Love each other.
And don't forget, as always,
Jesus'
go
name.
Maroons.
And I'm
Good
not
night,
keeping
everyone.
it. Whose house is that? Let's go. Let's go. Let's hear it from the best student section. Let's hear it for some players that left on the field tonight. Hey, how about some fans that came out and have given sacrificially to make sure we have this? Let's do that. Hey, lastly, we say we give God all the glory. Who's got it better than us? Nobody! Let's go. Let's have a great Friday night. One, two, three. You got that, Asa? You got out there. W's all around. Let's go.
Two and a half. Field goal is good. Number 8, Peyton. Final score in today's varsity contest. The Maroons of Holland Christian 21. Once again, your final score in today's varsity contest, Holland Christian 21, the Pioneers of East Grand Rapids 21.